Hi, my name is Niki Batac. I play for the Radford women's golf team and I'm a senior at Radford University. I first started playing golf around 2 or 3 years old. Actually, my first toy was a golf club. It was a Snoopy golf club. Eventually, my dad realized that I wasn't having anything with it, and I just wanted to hit his golf club, so he started to introduce more and more of the sport to me that way. I come from a military family. We have a pretty extensive military background. My dad is retired Navy. Going through all those moves, beating the jet lag and the transition of like moving boxes and such, my dad and I still made time to do those things, so that was important. I was looking around for a place to play. Radford came up because my sister and my brother-in-law, they have their own family in Quantico, and they're actually still currently stationed there right now. And they said, hey, you should definitely check out the places in Virginia, maybe you'll find something. Initially I was like, I don't know if Virginia is the place for me, but I looked into it anyway and very glad I did. College golf was was always the goal, so with that in mind, I had to do it. Jumping from culture to culture, it became a little bit easier to kind of acclimate myself one more time. I was like, well, I've done it a couple times before, I can do it again. So the team is what made it home for me. Coming from Japan and not having too much familiarity with college awards, none of us really were into the student athleticism side of things. So I didn't know what that was, in all honesty, before I earned it. And then when I read it, I was like, wow, that's amazing, and I'm glad I was able to receive that. It took a lot of work, a lot of golf balls, tears in between, but it was awesome because it was a family effort coming from place to place. Even if, regardless of who was with me and who wasn't, like financially, emotionally, psychologically, it was always a family effort. So to be able to share that with my family, that I'm like, hey, I got All-American, and they're like, wow, what is that? And I'm like, I don't know, but it's pretty cool. So it was really fun to be able to share that. I've definitely tried to be a little bit more reactive to what's happening. I've learned that trying to be proactive and planning ahead, and it's a constant lesson I'm learning every single day in life and in the game too, where you can't pre-plan a hole, and for me I can't, and if anyone can, then that's great. I'd love to learn some tips, but I personally can't pre-plan a hole. I have to look at the shot that's in front of me, and whatever happens, happens, but I just got to make sure I give it a good stroke. So I major in public relations. I minor in sport management. Beyond Radford, I am, like I said, open to opportunities. I do have an affinity for music, and sport industry is definitely something I don't want to stray away from. But I know that working backwards, my ultimate career goal is to be able to fund a foundation in the Philippines. This foundation is going to run on the things that I appreciated growing up, my siblings and I appreciated growing up, so it'd be sports and music. We wanted to make it some sort of community center. It is strictly on a volunteer basis where they're able to receive an education that is for free, which is very difficult to obtain over there back home. Receive the networking opportunities that they might just not have. In exchange for lessons in music, they would volunteer to clean stuff. They would be able to volunteer to bring food to communities that are in need. So essentially it would be kids receiving education step by step, being able to develop themselves professionally so that they can take care of their families, and same with their parents as well, for anything that they might have been missing out on growing up or even at that current time, they would be able to do the same thing, just in different stages of development.